This is Cooking with Poefi and Kaat in the forest. And what are we going to make tonight? This is my pan pizza. Okay, Poefi and we're gonna try to crawl in here. Hello, I'm Kaat. I'm Poefi. And we are from Steps by Kaatje. And welcome back to our channel. Today we are participating in the April challenge of the Stealth Camping Alliance. So we're gonna go out camping, but for the moment it's raining. So I'm gonna wait for about 10 minutes and then I'm gonna head out. There is a bit of a forest down that way and that's where we're going tonight. Yeah! Too heavy. We have arrived here in the forest and I have put up this little shelter because it might still rain a little bit. So, but yeah, we're ready for our challenge, aren't we, Poefi? Oh yes, we are. So this is Cooking with Poefi and Kaat in the forest. And what are we going to make tonight? Something with bread, because the April challenge of the Stealth Camping Alliance is a stealth bread. So I'm gonna make bread, but not just any bread. But let me tell you about it. First, of course, I'm just gonna make some dough. And I brought some flour so I can make the bread here in the forest. It's not a regular flour. This is self-rising flour or self-raising. Depends, I guess, if you're American or English. But that way I don't have to work with yeast, because yeast takes a long time to rise and I don't have the time out here in the forest. So yeah, so this is my flour. What else did I bring? Something to put it in, and a little oil, and of course some salt. Yeah. Salt. So that's all I need, really. So yeah, I'm gonna put this in here. I'm not gonna put everything in here. I'm just gonna leave a little tiny bit in there in case I add too much water. Then at least I can have some flour to add. I'm gonna put some salt in there. Yeah. Of course, water and a little bit of oil. Okay. The only thing that's left to add is water. Oh, I have some water here. Okay, not too much. So I'm gonna start doing it with a spoon. Don't put too much water in there all at once, because once it's in there, you cannot get it out. Now I'm using my hand. Works better. Starting to look pretty good. So what do I want to do with this? I'm gonna try to bake this bread in this little pan on this little fire. Woo. Stay. And I'm even going to try to turn this into a pizza. Yep. For that, I brought some cheese. I brought some ham. And I brought some tomato sauce. I thought that would be fun to have pizza in the forest on a little gas stove. I'm gonna try to make 3 little bowls, 3 little pizzas. So we're gonna flatten this as much as we can. Could this be? Yeah, I think this is it. So now the trick of doing this is keeping your gas stove as low as possible. I'm also going to put some oil, and I brought this lid that'll fit on there nicely, so that will help to melt the cheese and all that. Okay, fingers crossed that this is going to work. And now we have to wait. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the tomato sauce. Don't put too much sauce in there. I'm curious what this is going to be. So, but I think it's time for a step 2. It's with the pizza. I should drink a little bit of red wine, if at least I can open up the bottle. So here is to the Shadow Camper, to the Stealth Camper Alliance. Cheers to other people who are watching my videos, and cheers to little Poefi. Cheers. Okay. This is definitely ta-da, looking like pizza, smelling like one. Now we will have to do the taste test. Cheers. Ooh, hot. Well, Shadow Camper, this was a great idea. So you can definitely make a pizza on a simple gas stove. It just takes a while. Oh boy. Super. So now I need to make a second one. Second one is ready to go. Now for the last one, I have another plan. So I'm just making this bread, and I'm gonna try to put it in without any oil. But we'll see. It's coming along nicely. We're getting there. I'll show you. See? Looking good. So this I want to eat with some soup. So, but then I still have to make some soup. For that one, I first need to go out and get something. So yeah, come on, let's do that. So for my soup, I need nettles. This is the time of the year to make nettle soup. And so yeah, you need really the young, the top, like that, of the nettle. For my soup, I'm gonna use this pot. Oil, onion, and garlic. And I have a small potato that I want to put in there. Smells good. Garlic always does smell good, doesn't it? I'm cutting my potato in small pieces, that way it cooks faster. I cannot mix my soup, so it's better to have small pieces in there. Okay, let's put this in there. Okay, so now I'm gonna add water. And to get some flavor in there. Gonna put some of this in there. And I have a little bit of pepper. So now what I'll do is I'm gonna cut the nettles as well in smaller pieces. But I first need to get my gloves back on. Where are they? Here. I'm gonna add the nettles. So a good thing about nettles, they sting when they're raw like this. Once you boil them, they're absolutely not stinging at all. And they are very healthy. It's a bit like spinach. It also tastes a little bit like spinach. So very good. It's past 8 o'clock and it's getting dark. So I'm gonna pitch or hang my hammock, and by the time that's done, I bet my soup will be ready. Yeah. Yeah, this is ready. Let's do the taste test. Warm. And I still have my bread. Pretty tasty too. Okay, it's finally doable to eat. Meanwhile, it's almost 9 o'clock. So when I finish this up, I'm gonna clean up the kitchen here. I'm gonna crawl into the hammock. For a pretty good meal, if I say so myself. So Poefi, what do you think? Yeah. So this is the end of Cooking with Kaat and Poefi in the forest. Yep. So Poefi and I, we're gonna try to crawl in here. Not sure what this is going to be. Ooh. Help. Okay, I'm in. So we're gonna get comfortable in here, I hope, and then yeah, read a little bit. I brought my e-reader, and then I probably won't be going to sleep very late because I'm tired. So yeah. Oh boy, what's this? Anyway, okay, see you later. Poefi and I were ready to go to sleep. I hope I'm not gonna be sick because this moves quite a bit. As soon as I move, it starts moving all over. But yeah, I hope I'm not gonna be cold. Oh yeah, let's hope for the best. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good night. Good morning. Good morning. It's 7 o'clock. It's getting light, so I have to start the day. I've been awake since, I don't know, 5:15. Yeah, but it was still pitch dark and didn't feel like getting up. And it was nice and cozy and warm in here. So yeah, a lot better than outside. It was, well, it is about 4 degrees now, which is, I think, 40 Fahrenheit. so not very warm. But before I go and clean up, I want to have a bit of a breakfast, a cookie, and a little blueberry juice. Cheers. Breakfast is finished, so time to clean this up. Poefi and I were all packed up, ready to go. Of course, leave no trace. And yeah, I guess this was it for the April challenge of the Stealth Camping Alliance. The bread stealth, or was it stealth bread? And yeah, thank you, Shadow Camper, for setting this up. I enjoyed the cooking with Kaat and Poefi in the forest, and I hope you did as well. This is it for this adventure. We, of course, hope to see you on the next one. And yeah, for now, we're saying bye bye bye. Bye bye bye. Okay, getting back to the car.